Hi everyone, Rainey Bastarash here with the American School of Hypnosis, and this week I was asked what are my favorite hypnosis books. So let's get right into it. What are my favorite hypnosis books? Well, interesting thing, I've written more books in my life than I've read, okay? I'm not a big book reader. I'm a book browser researcher, I guess you could say. I've got a library with probably hundreds of books. I don't know, probably 600 books in print, and I've got an even bigger Kindle library. But as for taking a book and reading through it from cover to cover, I very seldom do that. If there's something I'm interested in doing and learning about, and a book seems to sound interesting, I'll skim through it, read the parts that I need, and I move on. So if you look at a book that I've read from, head to toe, there's probably very few of them. So, and another thing is with hypnosis books, I've written close to 40 of them myself, actually a little over 40, and I write the things that I learn and the things that I think are important. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of books out there, hypnosis books, that I really do like that much. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have written so many to compensate for it. So what I do is I like to read a lot of books on the mind, on different modalities, and I kind of combine them together because pretty much all the modalities are based on hypnosis. So I like to choose from all the different areas, from NLP, from EFT, from Reiki, from law of attraction, from quantum physics. There's just so many different things that have, I guess you could say, helpful or useful hypnosis lessons, and those are the things I pull together and teach hypnosis with. But one of the first books that I read when I was in this field, and it's not so much on hypnosis, but it's something that really changed my life that I'd like to talk to you about, is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And this is from Dr. Joseph Murphy. So you can get this in any bookstore. And I'll try to bring it up a little closer here without hitting my microphone and making, let's see here, put it this way, that's why I'm not going to, there we go. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind from Joseph Murphy. Now, what is hypnosis? It's dealing with your subconscious mind. It's learning to bypass the conscious, getting rid of the resistance, and delivering suggestions to the subconscious. So you'll find this book extremely helpful, probably more than the majority of hypnosis books I've seen out there. It's a smaller book, it's an easy read, and very informative. So that would be my number one choice. Now, when I first got into hypnosis again, when I didn't know too much about it, there was one book that really caught my attention. I still have it in my library today, so that's been there for over 20 years. It's a little dog-eared, and it was Hypnosis for Beginners by William Hewitt. And let's see, bring that a little closer too. Hypnosis for Beginners by William Hewitt. Now, what I liked about this, I called it the dialomatic hypnosis. What do I mean by dialomatic? It has all these different sections, different parts of hypnosis, and they're all numbered and, like A and B, C. So you choose one from A, one from section B, C, D, and put them all together and you have a session. So it has your induction, your deepeners, your depth test. It's pretty much like a script manual, but it shows you how to get everything, put it together depending on what you want, the kind of person you are. It's a pretty neat system. It's a book that anyone can read and be doing hypnosis with, or self-hypnosis. So if you haven't read this book, it's great to have it in your library. Now, back in the early years, again, probably about maybe I'd say 10 years after I was in hypnosis, I was asked to write a book, okay? And I was asked to write a book by the Everything Company. You ever heard of the Everything Company? They have, everything hypnosis, everything sewing, everything quilting, on pretty much any topic, everything computers. They also have their competition of the Dummies book and the Books for Idiots. So it's that kind of a book where they have something on everything. So they actually they contacted me, actually one of their agents, And they had someone who had backed out of writing this book, unfortunately. They had a contract for it, and the people backed out, and they said, can you write it for us? And we're in a hurry. We need to have it. And it was just maybe, 6 months down the road. So they basically asked if I could do it. I thought about it. I said, yeah, I'll try it. So this is the first book I ever wrote, okay? It was for them. I was actually in Philadelphia at the time. And it was very interesting. It taught me an awful lot about writing books. They're the ones that gave me all the rules, and I probably still use the same formats in all the other books that I write, such as when you write a book, you should write to an 8th grade mentality. Some people like to use these big words, but the majority of people don't have a college degree, and boom, it goes right over their head. They critiqued my grammar, my sentences, even things that I taught that they didn't think were right. They sent it back, said, edit this, even though, no, that's true. That really happens that way. No, it doesn't. It's hard to teach a topic like hypnosis or metaphysics or something that the average person doesn't know and have them accept it. So they were trying to critique almost everything. So it was quite a challenge, but this turned out to be a very popular book. It sold on Amazon. It sold in all the brick and mortar stores. You'll find it in I think Borders, I don't know if Borders is still in business, but they used to carry it. Barnes & Noble, pretty much everywhere. So if you haven't seen it, it's the Everything Self-Hypnosis book. And no, that's not me in the recliner on the cover, even though I spend a lot of time in my recliner, okay? So this was an excellent book. It's great for, like I said, self-hypnosis. It has a lot of scripts in it, so it shows you everything you need. So I showed you 2 books from other people, and I showed you my very first book. And probably my favorite book that I refer to all the time, this book is actually, yes, it's a book I wrote. And it's amazing that I refer to it year after year. I keep on going into it whenever I need any information. And that is our Training from A to Z Clinical Hypnosis Manual. Now, look familiar? This is also the curriculum. You can see it's a pretty thick book, 430 pages. This is also the curriculum that we teach from, that we teach our students. Now, it's not all we teach. I know that's 430 pages, but this is, I guess you could say, the track to run on, the basis. We teach from this and a lot of additional things to it in our course. Now, this book, if you go to the link below this video, you can actually get it for free. We actually offer a download for free as, I guess you could say, our business card. I tell people it's my really big business card because we feel it's important if you're thinking of taking up hypnosis to start a new career. You want to go to a school that's credible, that's teaching updated material, that's teaching advanced and things that you can use. So rather than saying, oh, we have the best curriculum, we have this one, we put our money where our mouth is, and we say, download our manual for free, read it, try it, see for yourself. That way you're going to have an idea of what kind of things we do. So basically, those are my favorite 4 books. Joseph Murphy, Power of Your Subconscious Mind, excellent for anybody to read. Hypnosis for Beginners by William Hewitt. And handsome guy, look at that, huh? And the Everything Self-Hypnosis book. And so these are, I guess you could say, my first, and I think this is like my second or third. I'm not sure where that comes in. Probably my second book I wrote, but it's been out there for a while now. Clinical Hypnosis Training Manual from A to Z. So that answers the question. By the way, I was asked this by one of our followers about a week ago on a YouTube comment. Can you tell me what your favorite books are? And that's why we're doing this. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions you'd like answered, or if you have any topics you'd like us to speak about in a video, any kind of a training, a thing you'd like to learn about, or something that you think other people would like to hear about, please go ahead and leave it in the comments below. We're always trying to find new things to be able to help you with, new things to teach on. So if you have anything, leave it. We'd appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.